Hello and welcome. Today I wanted to talk about the Catholic school revival we need. If we want to build a thriving, virtuous society, it all starts with the education of the young. As St. John Bosco once said, if we want to have a good society, we must concentrate all our forces on the Christian education of the young. Experience has taught me that if we wish to sustain civil society, then we should take good care of the young. Catholic education is meant to nurture not only the mind, but the heart and the soul. It should help children grow in virtue, faith, and holiness, while also equipping them with the skills they need to succeed in life and serve society. But if we're honest, many Catholic schools today fall very short of these goals. So what happened? And how can we rebuild? Let's explore the Catholic school revival we desperately need. In the not-so-distant past, Catholic schools were everywhere around where I currently live. Many older Catholics I've spoken to attended them, but sadly their experiences often reveal a complete lack of Christian formation. For example, one woman shared how a nun would hit her hands until they bled, simply because she wrote with her left hand. Stories like this highlight the lack of Christ-centered love in a lot of these schools. And where are those schools now? Many have closed or become public schools. Why? Because they lost their distinctiveness. They stopped being salt and light and became indistinguishable from public education. If a Catholic school is no different from a public school, why should it exist? In my diocese, there's only one Catholic school left, and you won't even find the words Catholic, Christ, or Jesus on its website. It's marketed to wealthy families with tuition exceeding $20,000 per year per child. This isn't unique to my area. It's a common problem in many Western countries. While Catholic schools struggle in the West, there are places where they are thriving. A woman from Ghana once told me about the vibrant Catholic schools in her country. These schools are faithful, free, and produce abundant vocations to the priesthood and religious life. As Christians, we know we must judge a tree by its fruit. What fruit are we seeing from many Catholic schools in the West? A lack of vocations, weak faith formation, and schools that resemble secular institutions. In contrast, places like Ghana produce the fruits of strong faith, service, and vocations. If we want to rebuild Catholic education, we need to reimagine what it means to be a truly Catholic school. Here's what these schools must prioritize. They need Christ-centered leadership and teachers. Schools need leaders and teachers who love Christ and His Church. Their faith should permeate everything they do, from teaching math to leading prayer. We need the school to be faithful to Catholic teaching. A Catholic school should be unapologetically Catholic. Jesus, the Eucharist, Mary, and the saints must be central, not hidden. Affordable or free education. Education should not be a privilege only for the wealthy. The goal should be to make Catholic education accessible to all, ideally through parish support or other community funding. Connected to a parish. Schools should be integrated with the life of the parish. Students should regularly attend Mass, participate in the sacraments, and see their priests and religious as part of their lives. Classical and holistic education. A return to classical education, focused on the true, the good, and the beautiful, will help children grow in wisdom and virtue. This includes the liberal arts, theology, and the cultivation of the whole person, mind, body, and soul. But we can't wait for someone else to rebuild Catholic education. It's up to all of us. Parents, educators, clergy, and lay people. So what can you do? Pray for revival. Ask God to raise up leaders and teachers who will bring Christ back into our schools. Support new initiatives. Get involved with or donate to efforts that are working to build faithful Catholic schools. Encourage vocations. We need priests and religious to guide these schools, and that starts with encouraging young people to consider their vocations. St. John Bosco's words remind us that if we want a good society, we must focus on the education of the young. So let's take up that challenge and work together to revive Catholic education. Thank you so much for watching. If you believe in the importance of Catholic content on YouTube and want to be part of this revival, please like, share, and subscribe.